Welcome back to the Gripping Plots. In this video, we're going to mention about top 10 badass action movies. Yes, you heard me right. We're not going to mention about any anticipated movies here, which means all movies named we're going to mention here are already released in 2024. Don't forget to like and subscribe our channel. Meet you in the other side of the intro.
Something for me and the money is yours.
Number 10 countdown is Mayhem. It's a French action movie. The story centers around Sam's a pro boxer who's just about to get out of prison in France. But as soon as he's on parole, his past comes back to haunt him, and he's forced to hightail it out of the country. Fast forward 5 years, and Sam's living on this gorgeous island in Thailand with his wife Mia and her daughter Dara. He's working his butt off at multiple jobs to make ends meet and save up for his dream of building a restaurant on his own land. Just when things seem to be looking up, the job gone wrong throws Sam right into the crosshairs of the local crime lord, Narong. And let me tell you, Narong's not messing around. He comes at Sam with brutal violence that leaves him crushed but still standing. Now, Sam's got one thing on his mind: vengeance. He's ready to dish out some bone-breaking justice and make Narong pay for what he's done. Talk about intense. If you're into stories of redemption, action, and revenge, then you won't want to miss Sam's epic tale. Trust me, guys, this one's going to keep you on the edge of your seat till the very end. Number 9 countdown is Alienoid, Return to the Future. It is an epic sci-fi sequel that dropped in January 2024, and it's out of this world. We're thrust back into a universe where humans, mystics, and alien prisoners are all tangled up in this crazy battle across time and space. Yeah, talk about intense. The story picks up right after the first movie, and things get even crazier when we find out that a powerful Taoist magician is actually the vessel for the soul of the controller, the leader of the escaped alien prisoners. Mind blown, right? But that's not all. As the film unfolds, we uncover hidden truths and unexpected alliances. There's this whole backstory about origins and the true purpose of the Divine Blade. And to top it off, we've got a villainous character who's got her own agenda linked to the aliens through this strange symbiotic relationship.
That gives me peace.
Can I help you?
I'm the bricklayer.
Number 8 countdown is The Bricklayer. It is an action thriller that just dropped in January 2024. It's got a killer storyline. The movie follows this guy named Steve Vale, played by the amazing Aaron Eckhart. He's a former CIA operative who's left all that spy stuff behind and become a humble bricklayer. Yeah, talk about a major career change. But here's where things get interesting. Steve's past comes back to haunt him when the CIA director himself, O'Malley, reaches out for his help. Yep, you heard that right. The agency needs Steve's skills, and he's got to decide whether to dive back into the world of espionage or stick to laying bricks. Sounds like a total roller coaster, right? Well, if you're into action-packed thrillers with a side of suspense, then The Bricklayer is definitely worth checking out. Trust me, guys, you won't be disappointed.
Teams are in position. Nothing's getting in or out.
Number 7 countdown is One More Shot. It is a British action thriller that hit theaters in January 2024, and let me tell you, it's a real adrenaline rush. So, the story follows Navy SEAL Jake Harris, played by the incredible Scott Adkins. You might remember him from the first movie, One Shot. Well, in this sequel, Jake's still dealing with the aftermath of losing his team in the previous film. Talk about heavy stuff. But guess what? Jake's back in action, embarking on another super high-stakes mission that'll have you on the edge of your seat the whole time. And get this, the film's known for its fast-paced action sequences, some of which are shot in a single, continuous take. Yeah, talk about immersive. Overall, One More Shot is perfect for all you action junkies out there who love intense fight scenes and a storyline that'll keep you guessing till the very end. Trust me, guys, you won't want to miss this one. Number 6 countdown is Badland Hunters. It is an awesome dystopian action flick straight out of South Korea, and let me tell you, it's a wild ride. The story picks up after a massive earthquake rocks Seoul, turning it into this lawless wasteland known as the Badlands. Yeah, it's survival of the fittest out there, with violence ruling the streets. Now, Badland Hunters isn't just any old action movie, It's actually a sequel to Concrete Utopia, and it takes you on this epic journey through the post-apocalyptic chaos. And let me tell you, it's intense. The film's got some seriously jaw-dropping action sequences, a gripping storyline, and the performances? Oh man, they're top-notch. The lead actor absolutely kills it, bringing this stoic and determined character to life in the most badass way possible. And the best part? Critics are loving it too. They're praising everything from the action to the story, and especially the performances. Number 5 countdown is The Painter. It's got some crazy twists you won't see coming. So, the story revolves around this guy named Thomas Watkins, just your average painter chilling in his cabin, right? Well, that is until this mysterious gal named Lila shows up out of nowhere and drops a bombshell on him. Turns out, Thomas isn't who he thinks he is. Nope, he's actually Mackenzie Mac Daniels, a former CIA operative with a seriously shady past. And it gets even juicier. There's a bunch of ruthless killers and a rogue Black Ops program hot on Mac's trail, ready to take him down. Talk about a nightmare. Now, Mac's forced to face his past head-on, diving back into the world of espionage and violence. But he's not alone. He's got Lila by his side, helping him navigate through the chaos. Number 4 countdown is Madam Web. It's this awesome superhero flick based on a Marvel Comics character. But here's the twist. It's not your typical action-packed movie. Nope, Madam Web dives deep into the suspense thriller genre, giving us something totally fresh. So, the story follows Cassandra Webb, played by the amazing Dakota Johnson. She's just your average paramedic in New York City, until one day she discovers she has this crazy power. She can see into the future. Talk about mind-blowing, right? As Cassandra tries to wrap her head around her newfound ability, she starts digging into her past and uncovering some seriously hidden truths. And let me tell you, things get intense as she's forced to confront her demons head-on. Now, Madam Web might not be your typical superhero flick with huge battles, but it's got something even better, a gripping origin story and an incredible journey of self-discovery. And Dakota Johnson totally nails it with her performance. The movie's been getting mixed reviews, but hey, that's what makes it so interesting. Some people love its unique take on the superhero genre, while others have their reservations. But one thing's for sure, Madam Web is definitely worth checking out.
Bottom right corner.
Slow it all down, Savannah.
Number 3 countdown is Red Right Hand. Have you heard about Red Right Hand? It's this super intense action thriller that came out in 2024. And let me tell you, it's got all the adrenaline-pumping excitement you could ask for. So, the story revolves around this guy named Cash who's trying to leave his old life of crime behind and start fresh. But just when he thinks he's out, guess who pulls him back in? Yep, none other than the ruthless crime boss, Big Cat. And she's not playing around. She forces Cash to do her dirty work, threatening his family if he doesn't comply. Now Cash is stuck in this dangerous game, trying to navigate the criminal underworld while keeping his loved ones safe. It's a real nail-biter as he uses all his street smarts to survive and maybe find a way out of this mess. Trust me, folks, this movie's got it all: action, suspense, and a whole lot of twists and turns. You definitely won't want to miss out on Red Right Hand.
You said you owed me for the time I did inside.
Number 2 countdown is Code 8, Part 2. It just dropped in February 2024, and let me tell you, it's packed with all the sci-fi action you could ask for. This movie is a sequel to the awesome 2019 flick Code 8. Picture this. It's set in a city where folks with superpowers, known as PWPs, are facing a ton of discrimination. There's this intense vibe with a special police squad keeping them in line. Our main guy, Connor, is just trying to live a normal life after doing his time in jail. But then he crosses paths with Pav, who's witnessed her brother getting killed by some dirty cops. Connor's got to step up to help her out, so he reaches out to his old buddy Garrett and his crew. Together, they've got to protect Pav from this seriously nasty cop named Sergeant King. This guy's got these crazy robotic K9 units that'll stop at nothing to silence anyone who gets in his way. It's a wild ride. Guys, you don't want to miss it.
Everyone, need your attention, please. I'm gonna burn this place to the ground.
Number 1 countdown is The Beekeeper. This is a super intense action thriller with a seriously unique twist, and let me tell you, It's a wild ride from start to finish. So, the story follows this guy named Adam Clay, who seems like your average beekeeper living a quiet life. But here's the kicker. He's actually a former operative of this super secretive and hardcore government program called the Beekeepers. These guys are trained to be total badasses, taking down threats like nobody's business. Now, things really heat up when Adam's sweet landlady, Eloise Parker, gets scammed out of a bunch of money and tragically takes her own life. Talk about heart-wrenching, right? Well, Adam's not about to let that slide. Filled with rage and grief, he decides to unleash his deadly skills on those responsible, going on a full-blown vendetta. But here's where it gets even crazier. His actions catch the attention of the FBI, especially Agent Verona Parker, who just so happens to be Eloise's daughter. Yeah, talk about complications.